Introducing first. And now let's bring out the champion.
And it's main event time here at the Jury's Inn. As we see Ace Andrews, the new TAW champion, make his way out. And of course, massive announcement earlier by Toby. If he refuses to compete in this match, that title, you can say goodbye, Mr. Andrews.
Certainly can. Of course, he's been again accompanied to the ring by Jay West. You know, do I have to call him the champion? He's not my champion.
Well, he won the match last night. He cashed in the opportunity that he technically deserved.
Which he cheated, if I remember rightly.
I hate to say it, but Ace has been he's been putting the shifts in the gym. You know, he's working on the way he looks in the ring. He's been working on every aspect of his game. Much as I know you hate him, Kai, but he's put in the time, he's put in the hard work, and he's seeing it pay off. You know, he hasn't taken any shortcuts.
No,
he won the Cash in a Bank match. He just picked his opportunity. He picked his time, and you know, he's not a dumb guy. He's a loudmouth. He's a pain in the arse, but he's not stupid.
He's more than a pain in the arse. However, he's got to go up against Samson, who is a multi-time world TAW heavyweight champion. And you know what? He also puts himself in the gym. He's always in the gym. He's working out. He's playing hard. And
I'm pretty sure he lives in the gym. You know,
I think he does live in the gym.
I wouldn't be surprised if he owns the place. So he'll be asking for a big round of applause for Steve Ace Andrews. He's not getting it, surprisingly. You know, not really surprisingly. Not really garnering much affection from the crowd.
Certainly isn't. Oh, he's not getting much affection from me either.
Nothing new there.
However, I do think we're going to have a new TAW champion tonight. I can see it.
Well, I mean, Samson is more than capable, but so once again, don't forget, Samson was in a very grueling match last night. In theory, Ace Andrews probably had the easiest night out of the lot. He had the opening tag team match of the night. Fair enough, losing against returning Sam Steele and DOA.
Masters of the Universe, yeah.
But, you know, the match itself was, in comparison to those cage matches, it wasn't as grueling. You know, Ace Andrews' face wasn't smashed into a steel mesh. His body wasn't driven through a steel or through a table or smashed with a steel chair. He had a relatively easy night in comparison to Samson, who had to face TaylorMade. And you know, there was keyboard shots, there was chairs involved, there was a ring. Not meaning to take anything away from the Masters of the Universe, but you know, Ace Andrews had it relatively easy in comparison. If you were to put both matches next to each other, I think I'd much rather take on Sam Steele and DOA. It just in the ring rather than wrists being smashed up with a keyboard or with a kendo stick, or even being back body drops off the top of a cage. You know, it was a tough night for Samson.
And breathe. Well, of course, both men have gone at it and they've just rolled each other like they were going to have a brawl. However, Ace Andrews now taking his time. So he should. He is the champion. I will give him that right. And of course, your lovely little sort of talk there, should I say? Is
I'm just trying to make sure that the viewers know exactly what's happening here in this match.
No, and you're right.
Because unfortunately, not everybody that's going to be watching this was at Wrestlestock last night.
That is true, and if they want
they're lost.
It is their loss. However, if they do want to see it, it was one hell of a night. A DVD of that night will be available as soon as possible. However, Ace Andrews flying off the turnbuckle.
Nice little diving back elbow from Ace.
And of course, keeping on top of Samson, who's reversed that and now hit there. Basically, fists going everywhere. It's a brawl. It's not a wrestling match. It's a brawl.
Well, I say after the fire we've seen from Samson in the past few months against TaylorMade, and just the general kind of fire from Steve Ace Andrews being so generally pissed off, I don't think you should be surprised by that.
Certainly shouldn't be. But I'm just wondering what. Again, this is what worries me when Ace Andrews brings somebody out to the ring with him. Of course, we've seen for many, many times, but even before Showcase was in the ring, wow, what a shot to the turnbuckle. We've always seen Jay West on the outside of Ace Andrews' match.
It's true, but as we saw earlier on tonight against, as Showcase was taking on Paul McSherry, Jay West not the most effective against people bigger than him. Tough bump there for Samson.
Certainly wasn't. Samson's now rocking, maybe a bit of concussion there, as Ace Andrews just stomping down on the challenger and dragging the carcass of Samson's back into the ring.
I guess this will be a really good test for Ace to see if he's got what it takes to be a true champion, because it's awfully easy to kind of run out with your briefcase, with your title shot, and catch someone when they're at the end of a grueling match, whereas now he's taking on Samson. It's a very much a fair fight right now.
They were both fresh, had a bit of a brawl earlier, but they were both involved in that. And of course, if you remember rightly, this is the time now that Ace has to shine. Remember, back in Dunstable, he did request a match against Paul McSherry, and that one didn't end as it should have done for him.
No, I mean, they ended with a disqualification victory, but, for the majority of the match, he almost held his own against the powerhouse.
Certainly did, with the help of Showcase and Jay West, if I remember rightly.
That is very true, and of course, we don't see Showcase anywhere right now. Maybe he's still recovering after that match with Paul McSherry. I'm surprised Jay West can even stand on his own right now, but he's waddling around the ringside area, looking maybe not as fresh as he was earlier, but he's taken a power bomb and an F5.
I think he's limping slightly. I could be wrong there. However,
not surprised.
Samson with a couple of elbows there.
And a sleeper hold. He's got that locked in. Ace Andrews trying to fight out of it. He's grabbed the referee. Oh, and a low blow there. That is unsurprising. We're not used to much else from Ace Andrews other than the dirty tactics.
It's the usual Legion tactics, really, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Of course, using those ropes again just to get the wind out of Samson's lungs there. And of course, there we go, distract the ref again. And there's Jay West. A lovely drop kick to the back of Samson there. There's only two count there. Oh, forearm. That's going to really annoy Samson if he ever wakes up from that one. He certainly has done.
Oh, and here we see an atomic drop from Samson.
Reverse.
Make that two.
Oh.
And a running clothesline from the big man.
Now, go on,
taking Ace Andrews down.
Those arms are humongous, so getting one of them put into your throat is not the best place to be.
Just like that.
1, 2. Just a 2 count there from
nice diving elbow from Samson, reminiscent of another performer famous wearing pink and black. And no, we're not talking about Showcase.
We certainly are not all Ace Andrews. But tell you what,
Ace Andrews is up. Oh. Backstabber from Ace Andrews.
I actually felt that in my back.
Oh, that'll jar your shoulder blades, that will.
And that's not the hurty knee. I say, not very often we actually see Samson go up onto the turnbuckle, is it? And fly off like that.
Not very often, but it's good to see it pay off.
Oh,
it takes Ace Andrews down with another clothesline. I would hate to be Ace Andrews when turning around and seeing Samson run at me full speed.
To be honest, I'd hate to see Samson run at me full speed anyway.
True. Or even half speed.
Well, yeah. Just walking towards you.
Just walking at a swift pace would be enough to leave me quaking in my boots. But Ace Andrews, as I say, well, we mentioned it before, he's not stupid. He knows every trick in the book.
Certainly is. Of course, he's been a professional wrestler for, 6 to 8 years, 8 to 10 years. Oh, look at that.
Going to see a hangman DDT.
Oh, devastating.
I guess you could say that's vintage Ace Andrews.
Could do. And I mean, this is his first title, and you know what? I hope he does well with it. I hope it goes well for him.
Don't lie. That is...
Actually, I hope he loses tonight. Go on, Samson, get up.
I can smell something, and I'm pretty sure it's BS. There's no way you were just hoping Ace Andrews would have a good title run.
No, that's true.
Not after everything I've heard this entire calendar year. Ace Andrews has got him up. Is he going for that royal flush?
No, Samson's wriggled out of it.
And here comes Ace. Oh, running into a boot from Samson.
On a flying clothesline.
Tell you what, Samson really doing well from the top, from the turnbuckles tonight.
I think he's been hanging out with T Picture Perfect too much.
Maybe, yeah. 2 for 2 off those ropes.
Of course, the champion now in some considerable pain and some...
Nice overhead release suplex from Samson.
Samson chucking him like he was
Ace
Jay
Andrews,
West.
he's rocking right now. Are we going to see that Fisherman's Buster?
Certainly going for it.
He had him up. Not quite. Ace Andrews fighting out. He's got him up.
Oh,
We hit the royal flush.
certainly did.
Is that enough to get it? 1, 2. Samson's kicked out. That was a close one.
It certainly was a close
one.
You know what? The ace cutter and the royal flush from Ace Andrews, those are 2 devastating moves from him. And you would expect him to have got Samson down for the 3 count. However, Samson is a Goliath. He's a mammoth. He's absolutely huge.
He is.
And it takes a lot of beating, especially after and including a steel cage match. You're going to
definitely, yeah. I mean, it was a just exactly what we'd expect from Samson and Taylor made last night. But I guess Samson wasn't expecting to be in a one-on-one match tonight, and a huge superplex off that top turnbuckle.
Again on the top of the turnbuckle. I mean, if you're going to face Samson at any point at all, you're going to have to give 150% just to face the man, let alone beat him. Of course, that's what Ace Andrews is trying to do right now.
I mean, I get what you're going for there, but technically, mathematically speaking, that's doesn't really make a lot of sense. But both men now down on the canvas.
I was just making reference to Jay West on the outside because he's half the man of both of them.
Oh, see, now that would have been funny if you'd have actually made that make sense.
I assume
it's cool. I mean, it was a late night last night after Wrestlestock. We went out for post-Wrestlestock drinks. You know, woke up with fuzzy heads. It's fine. I'm not expecting you to be fully on your game tonight. But Ace Andrews, a nice twisting power slam.
Just a 2 count there.
Was not expecting that from the champ. Tell you what, I'm seeing a lot more from him tonight than I did last night. Funny enough, obviously, is he's not running out with, with a suitcase in his hand or briefcase in his hand.
That he smashed over Showcase's head.
Precisely, getting in a 3-minute win. Really seeing Ace break out the moves now.
It's interesting to see as he's on the top turnbuckle. Wow,
what we got here?
Well, we got Samson with the sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. Wow, and it's not very often we see someone.
No, it's not. Of course, Ace Andrews is tapping.
He's tapping out. Is that Showcase?
Oh.
Showcase is snuck out just as Ace Andrews tapped out.
Jay West.
And has he got that title belt? Samson has been floored. You know what? I didn't even see Showcase come out. All I saw was Ace Andrews tapping out while he was in that sharpshooter.
Of course, this here comes senior head referee come to the ring.
Of course, here we go. 1, 2, 3. What a travesty. 2 nights in a row, Ace Andrews, Paul Showcase Barnett, the Legion, Jay West obviously included in that. Legion have just ruined my night. I mean, that's basically my entire weekend ruined by the Legion.
What?
Ace Andrews was tapping out to the sharpshooter. I mean, it's just... Showcase had to come back out. You know, I thought it was odd that we hadn't seen him show his ugly mug.
Yeah, you know, I was quite devastated when I saw Samson take on Ace Andrews and pulling off those pink and black moves. from the top turnbuckle, from the submission move, and we saw Ace Andrews tapping away. You just thought that was it. This is the great man, reminiscence of another great man, and of course Showcase again creating another hostile environment in TAW at the moment.
For hostile intention, you know what? I mean, we shouldn't be surprised at this point.
No.
We've seen enough of the Legion to know exactly what they stand for, and I guess with Ace Andrews now more likely than not to be involved in the main events, being the TAW heavyweight champion, I guess we've got to get used to seeing scenes like this.
We're gonna need another team. We're gonna need a team of superstars to come together and take on the Legion.
The sooner that Ace Andrews can be beaten for that belt, the better, because I'm fed up of my nights being ruined by the Legion. It's just not what I came in to see. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here at the Jury's Inn. My name is the Mastermind Olie Spring.
I'm of course the Killer Carbron. You want more information about TAW? Go onto our website. It's totalactionwrestling.com.
Check us out on Facebook and Twitter at Figure 4 Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.